Why, hello there. Hi, I'm Jade. Welcome back to my Bachelor commentary. This week we will be reviewing episode 2, week 2 review. And this episode we got a villain. The girlies were fighting. We've got more lore to work with here. So let's hop into this week's commentary. So this week was the first real week of The Bachelor. We had 2 group dates and 1 individual date. And because Alex got the first impression rose, it was already deemed that she would be the one to get the first individual date, which sometimes people get the first impression rose and they don't get dates till much later in the season. So that's awesome that she had this kind of built-in thing that Jesse talked about the first episode. The first group date was a basketball game. Grant talks about how basketball was his first love and he played growing up, he played in college, he even played professionally a little bit. So he thought it would be a great idea to introduce the girls to his first love and teach them about the world of basketball. So the girls are dressed up in their cutest fits to come play basketball. We've got the biker shorts, the cute cleavage, sports bras, tops, and then Zoe pops out in this white tennis skirt set. She looks bomb, not ready to play basketball, more like, come here, Grant, I'm trying to get your attention. But like, she looks bomb though, so I'm not complaining. Now, the girls meet these kids who help teach them about basketball because Grant wanted to see how the girls were going to interact with kids because being a dad is super important to him. Natalie noticed that one of the girls who were the coaches got winded and went to the side and was sitting by herself. And so Natalie, who's a PhD student and says she works with kids, went to check on the girl. She gave her some little breathing exercise tips and bonded with the girl because Natalie knows she's not the best at basketball and that is not how she's about to stand out to Grant. But maybe she can stand out to Grant by caring for the girl. Grant shows the girls that he can do a dunk along with other basketball skills. And they bring in a net so the girls can try to slam dunk their own, okay? This little short net. The girls are trying their best, okay? We missing bank shots, we missing layups, we missing all that. But the girls are trying their best. And that's what matters. And then when it comes to Zoe's turn, she pulled this.
Actually, I think I'm gonna forfeit my shot and steal Grant.
The girls are pissed. The girls are so angry because it's their first one-on-one. How dare Zoe not stay within the rules and do her slam dunk and have Grant stay in front of all of us? And it was very bold of Zoe to do that, I will say. However, this is a constant issue in Bachelor Nation, all these Bachelor cinematic universe shows, okay? There's always one person who is bold and makes the move for the person and everyone else doesn't like it. However, at the end of the day, we're there for that one person. So if you feel like the best way for you to stand out is to try to maneuver a way to get alone time with them, heck yeah, go for it. I don't get why the girls get upset. And I'm having an internal conflict right now because like I am a girl's girl through and through. And I can see how the girls may be like, you know, that's disrespectful of us. It's all our first time, yada, yada, yada. But it's like, if she would have done this the second group date, if she would have done this the 5th group date, if she would have done this the 8th group date, y'all would have been mad regardless. So it really doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, you're there for that person, not to make girlfriends. And making friends, of course, is a pro. But I mean, Zoe's only there for that man, Grant. And so she gonna get whatever time she can, even if it means snatching him up away from y'all. Maybe y'all are mad because y'all didn't think of it first. Like, ugh. So Grant and Zoe ended up going to the rooftop and just talking about what it was like for Zoe living in the house so far, flirting, things like that, and just having a private conversation out of earshot of everybody else. She didn't even stick a kiss on him. She just really got some private time, uninterrupted. And I mean, good on her for being bold. Closed mouths don't get fed, so Zoe and Grant return from their slam dunk forfeit conversation and the girls are mad. But now, none of that matters because it's game time, okay? But now, because there's been tension, the girls are playing dirty. The girls were missing nails. The girls were missing wide open shots. The girls were fouling. Zoe used to wrestle. And so when she goes up for the rebound, she's grabbing it. She's holding it like she's holding a victim. Just holding that thing tight so none of these girls get that ball. Ally Jo pushed the mess out of her. She is tired of Zoe. So done. Oh my God. Team Purple won a whopping 18-2, and Chloe was named the MVP because she was making the most shots out there. She got Grant's Letterman jacket after she was named MVP, and they shared a kiss in front of everyone. Of course, happy for Chloe, but seeing your potential man kiss another woman in front of you is quite frightening to the soul. So the other girls were not happy about that, but good for Chloe. Chloe gets some extra alone time with him where she gets a second kiss and talks about some things that are important to her, like a little version of a one-on-one. The girls are still mad at Zoe, okay? They feel that Zoe did not earn extra time with Grant like Chloe did, because Chloe really fought for it in the game. But again, there really are no rules with this show. People literally go to the Bachelor or Bachelorette's door like after they've been voted off. So you can really do whatever the heck you want in this show. It is really important that you soak up as much time as you can with that person, because realistically, nobody is getting engaged to someone they barely know after a month, however long this filming is. But the more times you get to talk to that person, the more you can feel like you know them. Because if you only wait for like your time, it's a sliver of time in a group date, hoping you win whatever challenge it is so you can get extra time, and then maybe 1 or 2, if you're lucky, individual dates. Now imagine that. You've gone on a total of, and I'm being so nice when I say this, but 2 dates with a person completely by yourself, and the rest sliver of time because you shared him with other girls, and now it's your turn to take him home to your parents, to your family? Are you kidding me? You barely know this person. You spent 2 dates with them, and like I said, 2 if you're lucky, because most girls get 1, but 2 if you're lucky dates with them completely by yourself. And now by the 3rd day, I'm introducing you to my family? To my sister? To my mother? To my dog? No! Realistically, no! But in the context of the show is different. But now you see why he can feel like, oh, I know Zoe a little bit better when it comes to choosing people for hometowns or something like that. Because most of these people are gonna end up going home because he feels like he doesn't know enough about them, and they've made it to that point, are very close to that point in the process. And he feels like, if I don't even know your middle name, what you like to do for fun, things that upset you, how can I go look your parents in the eye and say, I'm falling in love with your daughter, I potentially want to marry her? So other things that stood out during this aftermath of the basketball group date was that Grant noticed that Natalie connected with the little girl who was having a hard time. Grant said that he could totally see Natalie being an amazing mother, and then they shared a kiss. Grant noticed when Jasmine lost nails during the game, so he had this little like hand massage with oil prepared for her, and then he was just rubbing on her hands, and then they talked a little bit and they shared a kiss too, which that is so thoughtful and sweet. That was very nice of him to do for her. Their chemistry is insane. Like, I can see her being here for a long time. And yes, he has chemistry with other people, but I don't know, not the same way that he has it with Jasmine. It's just like a fire there. Ooh, Like, I be watching them and I'm like, can I look now? Like, is it okay for me to look? I feel like I'm invading. Prediction, she's gonna last a long time.
If I steal you.
As soon as Grant just finishes removing his fingertips off of Jasmine's hand, guess who's in the corner? Zoe. Zoe don't stop. In the night when like everyone wants to talk to him, that's the one time I feel like I wouldn't interrupt.
Okay, I'll see you later, maybe. It is really awkward to have somebody stand over you and just try and, butt on in. Like, I just don't understand why Zoe did that.
So Grant and Zoe discuss being open emotionally, and then they share a kiss. And then Allie Joe, who is annoyed with Zoe because Zoe has come to take some more of his time after she already got individual time earlier today during the group date. And she storms in and says, "Hey, Grant, can I take you?" And then Zoe's like, "Oh, give us 2 minutes, please." And then Allie Joe's like, "You've had all the minutes today. No." And then Grant's like, "Okay, Zoe, I'll be right back." And then they walk three feet away. Maybe I'm being generous. 12 inches away to another couch where Zoe is just on the other side. Allie, Joe, and Grant are having their own conversation and discussing the day and things like that. Zoe doesn't even wait very long before she comes back, re-interrupts a conversation Grant is having with a girl, and asks for Allie Joe to allow her to say her goodbyes and her goodnights to Grant. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't want no beef with Allie Joe. She boxes professionally, okay? I'd be afraid she gonna beat me up. Natalie gets the group date rose for going above and beyond with the kids today. Grant really appreciated that and clearly took notice of that. All right, next up is our individual date. Alex and Grant had this empty mall date. So they did all the things that you would want to do in a mall, but you don't do out of respect for yourself and to save embarrassment in front of other people. They ride the little kid animal things and race around the mall. They jump on the beds. They play with these giant ping pong paddles and they try on clothes and they pose in the mirror. And also, Grant comes to this piano and him and Alex sit down and he makes this song up for her on the spot.
When we take a last breath, all we got is the people that we love. So toast your cheers and just raise your glasses up.
Oh, Grant! That's so cute! Oh my god!
My Shayla! My Shayla!
Oh, that just tugged at my heartstrings. They just have this cute little picnic at the end of the mall date and sit there and talk. Alex discusses how she was raised unconventionally by her grandparents. Her dad wasn't in her life for the first 17 years of it. She's estranged with her mom. And Grant talks similarly about an unconventional relationship he has with his dad now, who is on the path to sobriety or has already started that journey, and how that's affected him and his relationship with him, and how they can really come together and relate over these unique upbringing circumstances. Grant then pops in a little cassette and they dance and share a few kisses. And of course, he gives Alex a rose on their individual dates, so she is safe from elimination at the next rose ceremony. All right, it is time for our final group date, and the Bachelor producers done up the budget, y'all. They usually got people singing you have never even heard of, and we walk in, we getting a little. You should let me know. Oh, it just feels so good that they upped the budget for the Black season. I'm so happy. Good job, ABC. Good job, Hulu. Good job, Disney. Mario tells the girls today they will be writing a song about their love for Grant or messages they want to tell Grant. They're going to be dancing and singing. They bring in the choreographer from the Pussycat Dolls to help choreograph some dance moves so the girls have a little sense of direction, and it's only on them to be creative in the words that they want to say.
Hopefully my words will be a trap. I warned you from the start because you're a 10. I gotta thank you.
That ain't even rhyme. She rhymed start with 10. Like, are we trying at all? Oh, okay. I was misinformed.
Rant real quick. I got a rant. Living with these girls is no summer camp. Sleeping my bunk all alone. I'm out in the cold, sleeping all alone. Your smile, it puts me on edge.
I didn't think I'd ever see her have fun. She be so...
Hey, I didn't come all this way to play. Brown-eyed boy, take me away. Let's get engaged and make a baby.
It's been fun. I'll catch y'all next week. Yo, what was that? If we know we can't sing, let's just not. Carolina ends up winning the competition, so her and Grant get to share this dance in front of the live audience and all the girls, and at the end, Carolina full straddles him and makes out with him like there is no one else in that room. Like it isn't packed like sardines up in there. She don't care about nobody. She just want to make out with Grant. Honestly, I think that's enough for me to get the ick and to leave the competition. Like, oh, you like making out with her like that? Okay, I can pack my bags and leave. Because honestly, every time I look at him now, I'm gonna think of that. I told you, I'm not built for this show. So it is the part of the day where the group date has now come to an end. Everyone's gone back, freshened up, changed, and they're back to hang out with Grant in the evening. And the vibe is off, rightfully so. I thought I was looking at Channing Tatum and Selma Hayek in Magic Mike 2, the musical, looking at them on stage. Like, it was very uncomfortable to watch. And so obviously everyone was rubbed the wrong way. So everyone's just sitting there like, you know, no one's really having fun right now. And then Carolina is blind to the fact that the vibe is off. She's like, oh my God, like, is it awkward? And it's like, come on, girl. You know you did the most when you were kissing him earlier, okay? No one said you couldn't kiss him how you want to kiss him, but at least be self-aware enough to know that was going to rub people the wrong way. So when it's Lydia's turn to talk to Grant, she brings up the fact that last time they talked, he said that she was so pretty that she's probably never told no. And I guess this didn't sit right with her and she wanted to confront Grant about it. And so she goes back and she said, hey, you know, you said this, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I just want to let you know that I am used to being told no. And I mean, by my ex, I was actually told no when it came to talking about marriage or kids. And then she talks about how important it is for her to have a family. And she starts crying when she says, like, she's so tired of dating. It was so understanding, talked about how he also is tired of dating. And he also really wants to find, you know, someone to start a life with. When it's Carolina's turn to talk to Grant, she talks about how she originally had a great day, but then everybody was upset and how that was weighing on her. She felt guilty for enjoying the day. And it's like, girl, you should still enjoy your day, but you should stand on the decisions you made and be self-aware enough to know that it was gonna rub people the wrong way. Grant tries to tell her to not feel like guilty about it, and if anyone's giving you problems, you let them know, or you let me know, because I have to protect you, and you shouldn't feel bad about the moments that we shared today. And that was nice of him to already feel protective over her, even though he doesn't even really know her that well yet. But I mean, that's a good sign. The group date Rose ends up going to Lydia because she was so emotionally vulnerable with Grant. He believes that they've now reached this moment of emotional intimacy. She poured her heart out to him, and he says that is what he has been missing. It is time for the rose ceremony, where Grant chooses the people that he wants to stay to the next week by handing them a rose, and the rest pack their bags and head home even before the world tour part. That's gotta suck. Grant talks about how a woman that's emotionally available to him is really important, and I think this is inspired by what Lydia said to him the previous night, because he was so grateful that she had bared it all to him and ended up even giving her the group date rose for that. And so it seems like a continuation from that. But this doesn't sit right with everyone, because Bailey is driven to tears when she talks with Grant one-on-one, because she just knows herself, and the fact is that she cannot get emotionally vulnerable with people she just met. And girl, me either. So I completely understand where you're coming from. But unfortunately, the reality with the show The Bachelor is that there is such a short timeline, and every moment and every conversation counts if you really potentially want to end up engaged with this person. And she really thinks that she's going to be sent home for this because Grant has prioritized that. Ella feels moved to write a card to Grant, which is so thoughtful, because Grant just talked about how much being emotionally available is like a priority to him. And so she literally listens, writes a card about how she feels, and that is so sweet. Grant loved it. He asked to keep her card. Like, that was smart, girl. Okay, Ella, I'm taking notes from you. Grant ends up sending home Rebecca, Alicia, Vicky, and then he sends home freaking Ella after he took her card and made her feel so affirmed and seen and happy and elated and romantic. And he just took her card, asked if he could keep it because he loved it that much, and sent her behind home. She was like, so I'm gonna keep your card because I'm not gonna keep you, but I would love to see this reminder of somebody who felt so moved by me and being on this journey, even though I'm not gonna keep it. So I'm gonna keep it so I can read it to hype myself up every day, but I don't need you to continue to hype me up every day, because I'm gonna have your card, but I'm not gonna have you here. So me having the card is better than you being here, because I don't actually want to continue to date you, but I do want to continue to read your words and the nice thing that you said about me. So goodbye, Ella. Grant, that was so mean. Had Jasmine or Lydia did something like that, oh, Grant might have fallen to the floor, already proposed. How you gonna make her feel so good and then just snatch it back? Just, you thought you were staying here? Bye, Ella. That was messed up, Grant. Anyways, that is this week's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you want to see more commentary that I have coming up for this season. We are only 2 episodes in. The best is yet to come. More lore is coming. More drama is coming. More tea is coming. And I want to give it all to y'all with my commentary. So please stick around. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Jade. Good night. Or good morning. Good afternoon. Have a great rest of your day.